In this interesting episode, we are talking about the following interesting things. Athazwane giving us the reasons why Kgaogelo Sekgota doesn't start or is not on the starting lineup every game. It is a very interesting explanation. Do you want to know more about that? Stick around. Now, a lot of you have been wondering why the player has been used as a substitute always, you know what I'm saying. But Athazwane then decided to come out and explain why the player is often used as an impact player rather than being on the starting lineup. So I'm going to give you more about that. We're about to discuss more about that. Are you interested? Stick around. To those that are interested, guys, and to those that will stick around, guys, if you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, guys, it is free of charge. Back into the video, guys. Good people, Athazwane gave us a lot of information about Kgaogelo Sekgota. One of the reasons that he gave was that, this guy, he can't run 90 minutes in the ground. So because of that, it makes him, I think he can run up to 60 minutes in the ground. So because of that, it then disqualifies him to be in the starting lineup because then they will be forced to make early changes. So instead, they have then resorted to use him as an impact player. On another brighter side as well, he says that at the same time, you also need players that could be an impact player. So his weakness actually worked on our advantage to say, okay, since then we need impact players in the field. So then Kgaogelo Sekgota, he's an impact player. And another thing that Athazwane says they are trying to do with Kgaogelo Sekgota, they are trying to help him to learn fast the game. You know? So they are trying to increase his pace, but also they are trying to help him to learn the game. You understand? You know the meaning of that? You know? There are players who are often good as an impact player because if they sit down in the bench and look at how the game is being played, and when they come in, they already identified a lot of weakness or the opponent's weakness, and they know how to exploit those weaknesses. Thus, when they come in, they come to bring that. So if you look at Kgaogelo Sekgota, I think Athazwane has identified key things and highlighted key things, because every time when Kgaogelo Sekgota comes in, he does not necessarily give you that thing of saying, yeah, he's an impact player. He have learned and understood the weakness of the opponent. He just comes to bring his game, not necessarily understanding that the opponent are playing these are their strong points, and then if I can do 1, 2, and 3, then I can win them. But one of the one of the biggest factor in that as well, it is Stuart Baxter, because remember the player had to adapt to Stuart Baxter's way of doing things. Otherwise, he would have left Kaizer Chiefs, or he wouldn't have even been playing for Kaizer Chiefs. So maybe one can say that one of the things that have been delaying that, it is the way that Stuart Baxter wanted them, because Stuart Baxter did not believe in ball players. He will want players that plays, I don't know what is this type of football, but he will want players that does not necessarily take players on, which is not what Kgaogelo Sekgota will offer you in the field of play. Kgaogelo Sekgota wants to take players on. Hadebe wants to take players on instead of this style of football that Stuart Baxter was applying. So having said all of that, guys, what is it that you guys have noticed about about Kgaogelo Sekgota under Stuart Baxter and under Athazwane and Kgaogelo Sekgota at Morocco Swallows? What is it, the changes and the things that you have noticed about him coming to Kaizer Chiefs, playing for Kaizer Chiefs, and applying the style of football, applying the type of football that he applied when he was at Swallows? What is it that you have noticed there? Is there any change that you can spot? The only way for me to know if you have spotted something about him and now, please, whether it's negative or positive, please, the only way for me to know is for you to get into the comment section below and let the conversation begin right now, right here.